Hey, leaders. Tom Miller here from Leaders Building Leaders. And how are you today? First, let's just start there. How are you doing today out there? Listen, thank you for giving me a couple minutes of your time. I want to talk about something so important. So important. Your time, right? Let's just talk about your time, okay? A friend of mine recently said, you know what? I'm so tired of this Facebook social media stuff. She goes, I wish someone would just go out there and post how their day really was, like how it's just, it didn't go the way they planned, how they really treated their kids, how they really treated their neighbors, and how they, and how they really speak to themselves. And I was just thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, um, you know, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just really talk about how our time just seems to just get away from us, right? But you have to remember, your time is the only way, your time is your only way that we're all equal in life. Yesterday, I was at the Sheets, and I was picking up some food for the kids. And yes, sometimes we order out from Sheets. No judging, no judging. And the guy in the register asked him how his day was. He goes, I've had a long day. And I just wanted to say, no, you haven't. Your day is the same amount of time every single day. It may seem long because of what you were doing in that day, but it wasn't any longer than yesterday was. It's all the same, right? Even if you traveled across the world, right? If you went and saw the Yankees play the Red Sox, this weekend in London, right? There's a 5-hour time difference. Or you went to the United States versus France soccer match, 6-hour time difference. But you got to still fly back. You're still going to get that time back, right? Because you can create more hours in your day technically. But eventually, it's all going to equal out, right? Unless you stay there forever. That'll be the only time, I guess. And then you're, I guess, a time traveler. So what do you do within that day? And probably the most important thing that you can do to make sure that you're spending every minute of your day focused on the right thing is by being very clear with your purpose and your vision for how you want to spend that day. How do you want to spend that day, right? What should you be doing? What gives you the greatest return when you do it? What are the things you're really responsible for? You see, I've got to-do lists like crazy. My whole desk here, you can't see, but it's filled with to-do lists. Peter Drucker said, at 9 out of 10 things on our to-do list, no one even knows that they're there except you. You're the only person who knows, right? And what happens? We don't get things done on our to-do list, and we start having a pity party over ourselves because we didn't get everything done, and we didn't use our time wisely, and blah, blah, blah. And oh my gosh, like seriously, if I spoke to you the way you spoke to yourself, we wouldn't be friends. You wouldn't be watching this video. I mean, think about that. If your friends spoke to you the way you speak to you, there's no way you would follow them, right? There's no way. There's no way you'd be friends with them. There's no way you'd let them influence you. There's no way you spend time with them. So why do you do it to yourself? Right? Why do you beat yourself up? I mean, here's the thing. If you really want to be upset with yourself, know this. You are the keeper of your time. You are the manager of your time. I mean, you're the one who says no and yes, right? You're the one who maybe take that rabbit hole down into social media for a little while, or take that extra turn, right? Or to just allow yourself to get distracted, or to start later, whatever it is. You're the keeper of your time. Just the other day, my kids are out of town, so I was like, oh, I'm going to get so much done. I'm going to get the business, I'm going to get the office reorganized, I'm going to get this and that. And in the middle of that, I had to drive out to Lake Lure to lead a retreat. So I'd hoped to leave by noon on Friday. Well, that didn't happen. I didn't leave till 3, so I didn't get there till 7:30. And by the time I got there, I crashed. And the next morning, the retreat was at 9, so I wanted to get up at 5 so I'd be best prepared. And that kind of happened. But I got my workout in and whatever else. I got the retreat. And then I led the retreat for 6 hours, went an extra, hour longer. So I didn't leave till a little bit later. And then I got home. I was like, God, I got that to-do list. I still got to do that to-do list. And Instead, I turned on Netflix and I started watching a really bad movie. Are you hearing me? I mean, are you there with me? Have you ever been there with me? Next thing you know, it's 12:15. I'm like, why am I up past midnight? I got to get up early and I got to attack this to-do list. And I started having a little bit of a pity party for Tom. But look, there's nothing to feel sorry for Tom about. I mean, I did when I thought about it. Well, you did, put in 10 hours of work today because you had a 4.5 hour drive and six hours of the actual retreat and another hour or two to prepare the retreat, in the morning to make sure you're ready to go. That's a 12-hour day, just work day alone. So be gentle on yourself, okay? So this week, big focus. I want you to focus on your time. I want you to be thinking about, everything that you do, right? Is this taking me closer to my goal? If I didn't do this, what's the worst that would happen, right? Just ask you, if I didn't do this, what's the worst that would happen? And don't do it for a couple of weeks, and then you'll find out whether it's really important or not, right? But know your purpose and your vision, right? Everything should have to fight for its life to get on your agenda. Just fight for its life. And the other big thing to remember is we typically underestimate how long things take, okay? So don't build yourself into a boom, 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 boom schedule all the way. Build yourself in some white time, right? Some think time, some transition time, because otherwise you won't be so rushed. And I violate that law every day. I'm always trying to get, what's one more thing I can get done before we leave? One more thing. My wife gets so aggravated. My dog follows me around the house because she thinks she's going on a walk, and I'm like, no, I got 2 or 3 things to do. Poor dog, right? So be clear on your purpose, okay? First of all, be gentle on yourself. Be gentle on yourself. 2, have a clear purpose, right? A clear purpose and goal. 3, have a very strong understanding of what's going to get you the best return on investment, and make sure everything has to fight for its life just to get on your calendar, okay? And number 4, at the end of it, reflect. What went well today? What didn't go well? What shouldn't I do tomorrow? What's something I can maybe teach someone else or get my kids to do or get one of my peers to do, right? How can I empower them to help me, right? To help us better achieve our goal. I hope this was helpful. Looking forward to seeing you during our next session, okay? Put this into play. Remember, what are you going to apply? What are you going to change? What are you going to teach? Put this into play and start working a little bit. Compounds every day. Remember, we're just trying to get 1% better every week. If we get 1% better every week, at the end of a year, we'll be 50% better, even if we take a 2-week vacation. 1% better every week. Consistency compounds. Do a little bit each day to improve, and I guarantee you're going to see yourself in a better spot in a year. Thanks, everybody.